Greetings, humans. We are White Feather. We have returned into this temporal portal moment, this moment of time that binds and bonds humanity into an existence that they are able to perceive and live by. We enter into the space, the conjunction of energies connecting and intersecting at various levels and points along the astrological paths of the celestial bodies that travel within the multiverse that is around you. When last we came, we informed you it was a time of choice, a time to take note of what was important to you, to your existence, to your beingness. And we see the ripples that are rippling from the multiple choices that have been taken. Many defaulting on choices because they know no other choice. Their hearts and minds convince them that to go against what they have always done would be wrong. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. And yet, the energy is ripe, and all that is here in this conjecturing point, all those present are ready, able to energetically stand, to physically stand, and to bring about the changes that are required. If ever there was a time in the galactic celestial crossings, it is a time such as this to note and to be aware of the vibrational changes within and without. We, White Feather, are saying to thee at this moment that it is a time in humanity's hourglass to note the fragments of sand as they begin to traverse through the neck of the hourglass, to observe what you are allowing to drop. For know this, that humanity is on a trajectory into a time and placement of choice, a choice of greatness, a choice of immense victory, a choice where all things become in the equilibrium of that which is the balance of nature, of heart, of spirit. Equally as such, humanity is also on the brink of making a choice of desolation. We are not referring to human geopolitical mishmash, though this does affect the human consciousness. We are referring to the individual choices within the species known as Terran, as human, of the consciousness that drives you, the consciousness that has awoken within you. For whilst the physiologies are battling with the vibrational changes of the crystalline levels of energy within the physiology, the physical being, as the physiology of the human is undergoing great compressions and depressions, as they sit in and beneath the weight of the energy that is coming upon your planet. These are all moments to celebrate. You would wonder why we would say celebrate when we have given you a dismal picture. But the picture was first bright. The weight of this energy choice is heavy because it of the longevity that will reside within the choices. Humanity must choose and choose wisely. For there are many levels of resets coming upon this plane, and there are those resets that will do everything possible to enable a greater and clearer and more defined life, freer, expansive in your existence. Likewise, there is the opposite. You live in a duality world, a world where there is both the forward and back, the cause and effect, the front and the rear, the push and the pull. You should realize that in all the grounding, all the mass meditations and the meditative ways that you work within, if it is not in the singularity of that which is the connection to the divine, to the source connection, it does not work as well. Why do we say this? Because you must, should, and have an awareness, a clarity that when you work with the energy does not work in the confines or constrictions of that which is your planet. It far exceeds it. So when you try to take the energy and compress it and confine it within that which is the limited knowledge of your planet, of your knowledge, of your abilities, you diminish the full power of what is available. It is time to stop being cats on hot roofs, dancing from one idea to the next, one thing to the next. It is time, in your limited comprehension, to begin the dance of the universal dance, to weave and to blend the parts of you with the parts of the universe, the multiverse. For there are galactics walking beside you, waiting for the invitation to be part of the great discoveries that humanity is about to embark upon. Critical thinking has often been said to be lost in this period of your historical evolution. And whilst this is a sad fact, there are those amongst you who are rediscovering this critical thinking. And they are discovering the quantum levels, the macro and the micro of the human heart, the consciousness that goes beyond the physicality of sight and hearing. There are many young and old amongst you that are rediscovering the truths. And the reason for this is the great awakening on the multiple levels of all energy beings. There are those that have been silent, observing and watching for eons, waiting for the time when Mother Earth will say, now is the necessary adjustments. Now is for the necessary connections. There are those that are observing in the lower and higher realms. By this we mean those who have been living within the earth that you reside upon, waiting to speak, waiting to be seen. There are those that live and reside in the energy of the air. There are those that live and reside in the energy of the ether. And so on until you cover all of the grids. These are awakening, connecting to your elementals, connecting to the energies that have been upon this planet for as long as you, humanity, can remember. You have given them different names: leprechauns, little people, ghosts, etc., etc. Goblins, trolls, dragons, elves, pixies, fairies, all of these names that you've given them. Out of the imagination, you have created names and ideals of what they should fit. Yet, if anything, you are going to find that your ideals and your perceptions will be blown out of the water. Because what is happening upon this planet at this moment is a great energy that is coming to swirl and to change, and it will not be comfortable. It will not be easy. It will not be love, light, and blessings. It will be indeed a time of conscious thought, of deliberation, of choosing, careful consideration. It will be asking of you, how do you value and what do you value? We are not talking that your world is going to become desolate. It is already desolate. But you will begin to see the desolation. The veil is lifting in many places of the world, and that which is being done in secret is now more and more being evolved into the seen part of humanity. Why do we bring this message? We asked at the beginning of your year, the end of your last, to choose wisely. For the choices that were made would effect and reflect the ongoing decade. Some changes have begun that will have ill effect upon the nations. And these effects will ripple. They will be healed. They will be corrected. But in the correcting and the healing, many people will lose hope. Many people will lose faith. And the question is, as we asked in our last communique, are you ready to be the healers and the teachers? To be detached, to be observing, non-judgmental. We bring this message not because we wish to depress you, but we wish to make you wise as to what is happening in your earth. It is time for the energy of righteousness to be raised, for the standard to be lifted. And you may say, but I do. But you are just one. And your one must multiply to 3, to 5, to 20. That they may multiply to 30, to 100, to 1,000. That they may multiply to 5,000, 10,000, and 20,000, etc. Do not rely on the old statement, everything will be fine. Everything as it should be. For whilst in that which is the plan of the divine, yes, things are according and things are good. Choices are being made, corners are being turned, paints are being painted, and the image is being exploded upon the artwork screen. But your individual divine plans, your individual choices of divinity. This is where the rubber hits the road. It is for you not to just hear, but to do, to resonate. Again, I reiterate, we are not speaking to you of geopolitical nuances. Yes, they have an effect. We are speaking to you of energetic choices that you have made in the energy that are reflecting in the choices of your life. Now you may say, but my choices, my day-to-day life is ease, grace. I am in the I am doing all that I know to do, and we would say, do more. For there are many that have not heard, that have not comprehended the depth, the width, the breadth, the height of what is beginning to unfold. You will be hearing further and further from the galactics, from the Lyrans, from your ascended masters and others about the ongoing expansion and contractions of the universe. We are in a time of great evolutionary change. As Thoth has traveled and traversed the underworld for many, many eons, discovering that life is death, death is life, and one is one in all that is, to come into the balance, one must see that one is both dead and alive. For it is in death that you live. It is in living that you die. Do you not feel the toroidal energy changing? Do you not feel how the energy is turning? Do you not hear the call of the earth in the wind? Do you not feel the vibration as you walk upon the surface of the earth as she speaks to you? Can you not hear the song that is being sung? Listen to that which is around you, and you will hear. For deep within the earth is a rumbling, and an awakening is occurring, and the dragon will come. The dragon will rise and he will speak. The dragon is not what you presume. The dragon is not what you conceive in your mind. It is the great salamander, the wisdom, the colors, spiral energy, the birthing. It is time to know who you are. It is time to resonate within the very vibration the very sequential markers of your DNA. Within your DNA are the very points that make you human, that make you galactic, that make you the collective energy you are. Without this, you will become the slave yet again. Allow no man, no creature, no energy to create an acquiescence within you where you lose the I am yet again. This is our utterance to you. For the Anunnaki have not left your world. They are here, devising, manipulating, and creating, in conjunction with many other species, the downfall, yet again, of a race of beings that they fear. They fear you because you will not stay down. You keep getting up. This is the humanness, the Terran in you. You do not know when to quit. So it is this part, it is this energy that we speak to. It is this part that we say, remember, remember, remember your origins. Do not sacrifice who you are for comfort's sake. Do not become comfortable. Become uncomfortable. Become like the porcupine. Become the catalyst. Become the one who walks with glass, that cuts and shreds the energy around them that is not of this world. Allow your energy to be the exposer. Allow your energy to be the one that raises the standard, that flies the flag of sovereignty. For your sovereign being walks within you. Hear its voice. Hear its message to you, the individual. In this time of this moment, of this period, fear not. Fear not. For in this moment, in this time, in this period, you are stronger than those who come against you. Awaken into yourself. Awaken into your remembrance. Awaken and know thyself. For in this moment and in this place, you have the strength and abilities to crush those that come against you in the energy. You have the wisdom. Use it. You have the technology, use it. You have the truth, establish it. For it is the truth that will set not only yourself, but others free. It is by believing and sharing the belief of truth that will do the most damage in the ranks of the Anunnaki and their cohorts. For energy must be fought with energy. When you meditate, do not be polite. Be warriors. When you meditate, do not ask for something to leave. Command. Demand. If it has no right, do not say, please go. Say go, universal law, or die. For that is universal law. If an energy is in a place where it is illegally placed, where it is broken in, to use your terms, and is residing in a place like a squatter, you have every right in universe to remove it. This is the seriousness. When you waken in the morning and you feel sluggish, uncomfortable, something is not right. Clear your energy. Command all attachments that have illegally attached to you to go. This is the seriousness of where we are at this moment in the spiritual war that we fight. Dear ones, it is not just what you see in front of you on a day-to-day basis. If I could command you, I would say all and each that hear the sound of my voice, remove these boxes of moving pictures, of TVs, etc. in your house, remove them. And then focus. Focus the time you would have spent listening to the garbage that is spoken to you. Focus from your heart into the ethers. Focus into the world, the energy of love, of true love, of universal love, not human love. And do not try to comprehend universal love. You will not. It's not what you would term unconditional, because universal law does have conditions. The condition is, use me pure and use me true, or be consumed by using me wrong. This is the strength and the veracity of the love. For this love is all consuming, and it will consume everything in its way. But know this, when it consumes you in love, it burns all that is unlovable. It burns that which is out of balance. And when that flame of love leaves you, you will find the purest vessel behind, ready to be used. It is not an easy journey to traverse, but it is worth it. This is the time to rise up and to be. And yes, you may say, but I am aged and I have lived my life, I have done my wars, I have, and we would say to you, human, hear the voice of Whitefeather. As long as you live upon this plane, you have an enemy. That enemy is the draconians, the reptilians, and those that work with them. For they will seek you out, and they will do everything they can to destroy you. Your age means nothing. The fact that you have had lifetimes after lifetimes defeating them means nothing. They look at you here now as a mere human. And if they can work their manipulation to drug you to sleep by saying, oh, this is not my battle, they have won. For we are not fighting the earth realm. We are fighting in the energies. When you sleep at night and you willingly choose to go into battle, into the galactic ships, like the Lyrans and the Galactic Federation have called, and many of you have said, yes, we will go. We have not seen you for a while. It's not a judgment, it's just a reminder. We need medics, we need soldiers, we need healers, we need caregivers, we need fighters. And all is free choice. But do not say, it is not my fight. We are Whitefeather, and we will return. But know this, you are on the winning side. You are on the side of victory. And yes, while there are many that will say, but we have won, it is true. Victory is in hand. But to establish the victory, we must continue the battle. In this time, in this moment, your earth is calling to you. For as above in the energies, in the realms that we exist, so it is here on this earth, played out as a chess game. Are you or are you not the champion? I am Whitefeather. Heed my words. We as a council will return to you shortly, and we will bring more updates and news. For we are entering into a time, we are entering into a moment of great battle. And so in this realm you may find exhaustion, you may find irritability, you may find lack of appetite, you may find aches and pains, you may find the bronze heavens, you may find unanswered calls, loss. You may find all of the negativity seeming to seep back in. Know that we are still here. But we do need you to fight as well. We are not surrendering, neither should you. For in this battle, in this time, use your toroidal energy. Use your vortices. Use everything you've been taught. Set your crystals, set your grids, set your heart space. Stand in the I am. We have given you fair announcement of what the enemy intends. Be prepared. Be prepared.